of HIV statistics at both global and national levels, describing the country's HIV infection rate as low. Baji, however, emphasized the need to better handle such situations.
In the coordinating body in the country, HIV/AIDS coordinating body in the country, cannot do it alone, simply because HIV is so complex that one institution or person cannot, ensure that effectiveness in the response. And therefore, the role that AFRIAN is playing is being recognized and also appreciated by the institution.
As the program took the form of an interactive session, participants were opportune to ask questions and share their opinions on HIV/AIDS. Babu Kanyang participated on behalf of the National Youth Parliament.
So as young people participating in this event will help in reducing and also to advocate for the risks attached to it. I think it's also important that the young people of this country are aware of the consequences that are attached to this dangerous disease.
Other speakers, including Abubakar Sisao of the National Youth Council, urged youths to abstain from immoral behaviors, while a senior public health officer, Fama Rafati, also dilated on the importance of reproductive health on adolescents and youths in particular.
Psychologically, emotionally, intellectually and spiritually, we are changing from being a child to being an adult. And you remember when the first speaker said that it should be our responsibility to evaluate ourselves. Why do you have to evaluate yourself? Because you are going from one stage to another. So being an adolescent youth, you have a task hovering over you. That means evaluate yourself time and time again as you go through that stage of life, so that you guide yourself to be on the right track and not seeing yourself differently.
I've seen farmers, I've seen young people who are in the sporting arena get infected and also die. So I've seen people who work for international organizations like Expatriate who have been working here and have also died of HIV. And this thing happens here in the Gambia. So this is telling us that like HIV is real and it is here. But it's not all dark and gloom. There is a lot that we can do.
Since youths constitute a significant percentage of the Gambia's population, targeting them in health issues such as HIV/AIDS is hence essential. Therefore, this HIV/AIDS symposium may help in curbing the spread of the disease. Reporting for Grts News, I am Fatou Janembaye.
Before dead bodies are buried or examined, they are kept in a room which cannot just be any ordinary room. Given sensitive issues surrounding corpses such as decomposition, a mortuary is required and Brikama Health Center is furnished with one. Mamoudou Bajan has details in this report.
Brikama Ex-People's Association has long harbored the idea of constructing a mortuary at the Brikama Health Center. This dream is now reality, as the association recently handed over a newly built mortuary to the health center and the Brikama Area Council. As the largest and one of the busiest health posts in the region, being equipped with a mortuary for the upkeep and movement of corpses is a solid necessity for many in this rapidly growing settlement. Speaking to the treasurer of Brikama Ex-People's Association, Ibrahim Cham, he revealed, among other things, that his association had been working on the actualization of this project for some time.
The Brikama Mortuary Project was initiated by the Brikama Ex-People's Association. The project was conceived in 2007 and completed this year, 2013.
The Brikama Nyambai Ward Councillor Pa Mane gave statements of appreciation regarding the initiative. Mane, as well as Babukar Ture of the Brikama Health Center, also spoke of the significance of such a development conceived and actualized by the Ex-People's Association. Being a local of Brikama and Nyambai particularly, Maria Manjai, like several other residents of the neighborhood, joined the councillor in welcoming the move. She added that having a mortuary in their health center will save time and money since corpses can be handled at their own jurisdiction. Development as an ongoing process requires collaborative efforts in its entirety. In this regard, it should be the business of all and sundry to be involved in such advancement, as the association's treasurer explains again.
Government cannot do everything alone, so we together to see it. And thank God it's now on. And we are still planning to undertake more development projects.
Alhaji Lamin Konjira, Nyambai Ward Chairman, stated that the actualization of this mortuary project from start to finish largely involved community cooperation. In so long as infrastructural development, especially at community level, is concerned, the construction and handing over of this mortuary by the Brikama Ex-People's Association may be described as a worthy cause and thus be emulated. Modu Bajan, GRTS News.
The Director General of the President's Alternative Treatment Program, Dr. Tamsin Bow, informs the general public that on the 17th January 2014, there will be the 7th breakthrough celebrations at Kanilai from 5 p.m. under the leadership of His Excellency the President, Chief Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh. All cultural groups, CFOs, alcalos, students, governmental and other institutions, and treated individuals and their respective family members are invited to the mega event, which will be held in grand style. There will be a lot of surprises. Those who may seek for information can reach Dr. Tamsin Bow on 991-4535. Youths of Fajikunda Bajonkoto recently embarked on a self-help exercise that saw them rehabilitate a road network that leads to the stream. Asato Bajansar has more on the voluntary initiative meant to manifest active youth participation in nation building.
For the development of the Fajikunda Bajonkoto is a drive behind the initiative embarked upon by the youths of the area under the stewardship of the Baba Jasta Youth Group. The move is geared towards rehabilitating the only accessible road to the area and the river in particular, which according to the inhabitants of the area, serve as a source of income for the women who are engaged in oyster production. According to the dwellers of the area, the road is usually inaccessible during the rainy season, thus making life difficult for them. Armed with shovels, pickers and empty cement bags, the volunteers cross the riverbank to collect the oyster shells, which many carry on their heads, a sacrifice they had to make to augment the condition of the only road in the area. And such was the scenario until they were aided by a tractor, which helped to ease their work. Amijata is one of the women engaged in the oyster business. She lamented on the hardship they faced during the rainy season to get to the river, saying that they have to get into the dirty and unsafe water to put food on the table. The Alcalo of Bajonkoto Laminjata said that the self-help initiative is geared towards not only rehabilitating the road, but also complementing the efforts of government, since they know that government cannot do it all alone. He hailed the efforts of the youths whom he said have been engaged in such development ventures over the years. Sadio D. Kujabi is the coordinator of the youth group and the force behind the Tesito.
If we call every Sunday, we used to do this work. This is to help ourselves and to help the government because we are living here. So this is what government wants and we want what government wants. We thank the head of state because he is doing a lot of things, a lot of electricity. We say, well, our road is not good. Who's going to do it? The president is doing other things. So we are very happy what he is doing. So that's why we also have to come and do our own road so that others will see and say, well, we can't wait for the government. Let's also try and work. So men, women, old and young, every turns up.
Determined and committed to the work at hand, the youth never relent on their cause, even after the arrival of the tractor, as they were determined to not only rehabilitate the road, but make it motorable. Well, the rehabilitation of the road was not the only concern of the inhabitants of Fajikunda Bajonkoto. Amijata, Alkalo Laminjata, and Sadio Kujabi all raised the issue of a lack of potable drinking water in the area, saying the area only depends on well water, which according to them is salty.
Water is one of the main reasons, main problem that we have here. But even now, if you want to get this clean water, we have to travel very, very far. I think we went to Nawek, we complained, we bought the form, we filled the form, submit the form, but see now, there's nothing. And this is the problem that we want. We are looking for help, because this we can do, at least we can try to do, but water is too expensive for us to handle. So we are looking for a solution where to get water, because we have more than 500 people only on the street, people comes out now, you'll be surprised. But there's no water. In the evening, women, you see them carrying buckets, wheelbarrows. Some people are asking me for a wheelbarrow, but there is only one wheelbarrow in the whole street. The others are all spoiled because they have to carry from here to somewhere else to go and do this. So